Hey everyone, this is Marcus. Welcome to the Sound Life, a series where I sit down and have a talk with a fellow local musician. We get into their life, what got them into music in the first place, what keeps inspiring them, and what it is now that they do that allows them to live the sound life that they do currently live. And today's guest is no different. Today's guest is the wonderful, warm-spirited, bubbly Aliana Balatovis. And she's a dear friend of mine, and I was very much looking forward to doing the interview just because we always have a blast talking and chatting about music and life in general. And she exudes that persona into her playing as well, which is also just as infectious. Her singing and guitar playing, adds this level of warmth to you that just feels like a warm blanket listening to her play. And she's a very open spirited person, and she was always trying to bring people into this energy that just feels like just warmth and love. And her warm vocals really showcase that in her performance as well. So I was very excited to get into this conversation. And in this conversation, we talk about all sorts of stuff. She originally hails from Brazil, and travel is something that's extremely important to her, not to mention nature. She's the one that got me into taking care of plants with giving me some clippings that day. And I have plants still to this day, even though it's been over a year since the interview, that I am maintaining and taking care of because of her and her generosity. And just another example of, just the kind of person that she is. Always just, thinking about community and friendship and love. And, this conversation definitely highlights those aspects of her and what makes her such a wonderful artist. So without further ado, here is my conversation with Aliana Balatovis. Please enjoy. All right. So here we are.
Here we are.
Aliana.
In the green room.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to be here. Have you here, I guess.
Yeah, this is incredible. This is, just everyone knows, this is Aliana's place. This is incredible. This is where she makes music. I love it. I asked her to adopt me. Her and Bobby, I was like, will you guys want to be my music parents? Just let me live here and record
Support
awesome
and
stuff.
love you.
Water me like the rest of these plants.
Exactly. Please. Spray you down sometimes.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, this is incredible. What a great spot to just make some music happen, So
Mm-hmm.
I already love that about you. So, but let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
About you and your musical journey. So the first question I usually ask people is, what's like your first memorable music experience? Like the first time music
hit me,
grabbed you, slapped you around, like this is awesome.
I mean, there's so many moments. I think that the first initial moment, I was still living in Miami, and I was a little girl, and my dad would just put records on, and they're all like Brazilian artists. Yes. And my mother loved Gloria Estefan, so we would listen to her every Saturday. And I'd wake up, I'd wake up and like to the sound of music on Saturday mornings, and it was just like feeling that connection to my heritage, and like my parents and what they love musically. So absolutely. That I would say is my first initial experience with music.
Incredible.
Yeah.
How old were you around then?
Oh gosh, I was a kid. Probably starting like remembering.
What's like your earliest you can remember?
Probably 6.
6 years old, and this is how you grew up, pretty much.
Yeah, that's how we grew up. We had to wake up, clean the house as a family.
Sounds all like the girls. A very Latin family.
Yeah, we didn't get to go have fun at all until the house was clean. So, it could take us. We all had our chores. I had to do the bathrooms, which I would purposely like clean the toilet with the rag and flush it and just watch it go down the drain and be like, oh no, it's broken. I'm done.
So sneaky.
So sneaky.
Wow, you're a clever little one.
And then here comes my dad with his massive hands that like could hardly even fit in there, and he'd like fish it out with his fingers, and I'm like, damn it.
Did he give you the look like, come on?
Yeah, he knew what I was doing. I'm definitely like more like my father in that way.
Cool. That's awesome. So your parents just playing this awesome music, make you guys work, so you're just laboring to just Gloria Estefan and Brazilian music.
And then too, like for family events, you know, when we would get together on the weekends, like if it were just, I don't know, Sunday, honestly, we would just barbecue out and the same thing, like music blasting in the background and we were dancing. And I mean, I've been dancing. I love salsa. So like dancing is my favorite thing to do. And that's kind of it, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm Puerto Rican. So you already know what my family is like.
Yeah,
we're
loud
all
music,
about the salsa.
food.
Yes. Let's basically have the same families, what it sounds like.
Yeah, I know. Look at that.
That's probably why we get
part
along
of the family.
Oh, man. So when did you start playing music? When did that start happening?
Well, because of that whole experience growing up, I just fell in love with the guitar. We would go to church and I would see this guy, Joe, just shred to church music. And it was great.
Joe, the church guitarist.
Yeah. And I was like, I looked at my mom, I was like, I want to play guitar. And she's like, okay, let's ask your dad. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, Dad, I want to. And he's like, yeah, for sure. You know, so my mom, I think, and my dad might have been there. I mean, it's like distant. I remember just walking into Sam Ash in Miami off of like, 57th or something. And looking at the wall and just being like, oh my God, I want that one. And the guy's like, your first time, right? Let's get some nylon strings and one that's actually going to be your size. And so I was 8 years old and I took lessons for, I think it was 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yeah, 8 weeks. And I wore the same thing every Friday to my lesson. Don't ask me why. It was like
ritual.
A random shirt. Yeah, I was like, this is my uniform. The first thing I wore, and I wore it every single
I love that.
every single week after. So that was the
Do
first.
You still have the shirt?
God, no. I don't even remember. I probably have a picture somewhere.
Does your mom still have a shirt?
Yeah, right. So, somewhere in the attic, maybe.
Yeah.
And overalls. Long jean overalls. That was my uniform.
That was 8-year-old Aliana.
Yeah, that was my 8-year-old brain. I'm like, I have to wear this.
That was your guitar playing outfit.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So how long did you keep lessons up for? What did that look like
8 weeks.
over the years?
And then I was like, God, this hurts my fingers. I learned how to play Bad to the Bone, and I learned how to play Happy Birthday. And those are the two things in 8 weeks we got to.
Most important songs.
And he did obviously like theory and stuff, but I was 8. I could hardly remember what I did the night before, you know? So it did not retain anywhere.
Yeah.
And ended up going to middle school, dropped it, like never did anything with it, going to 6th grade, and I was like, I want to play piano. And then I did piano for 3 years in school, and I was like second chair in the recital for all those events and stuff, and it was wonderful. And I learned how to read music there. If I kept up with it, that would be great, but you know, it's hard to.
Okay, so you went to school, you started playing piano a little bit. So when did you start playing more consistently, like really learning songs and like maybe even starting to become?
I was probably like 18.
Trying to be an actual musician.
Actual musician, I would say like 24.
24. Well, let's start with 18. What was going on at 18?
18, I picked up my baby guitar again, and I just started.
So you went back to guitar.
Yeah, and I started writing music. I just picked it up and wrote songs and wrote. And don't know where that notebook went. That's just long gone.
What was it about that time period where you wanted to go back to playing guitar again and really writing songs? What was the difference than previous times you were just playing this instrument?
I think it was just experiencing life in high school and not necessarily being good at explaining myself or just verbal just opening up in that sense. Yeah. And I found that I think with guitar. And just being able to kind of gather my thoughts in a notebook and rhyme and make it sound cool and play music to it. It just there was more of a connection. I think I write more music based on experience.
Wow.
More than anything.
Just becoming a teenager.
Yeah, just basically I became.
And you had a lot to say after that.
I did, 16 is hard.
It is. 16 is brutal.
Yeah.
It gets a little better after that. I feel like that's when it starts to get easing up a little bit.
Gosh, I feel like at 30, I'm finally easing into life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel that way too now. I'm like, I'm just going to do whatever I want again.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some purity to that, you know, of just like growing up when that initial feeling hit. Now I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying stuff out. This is what this podcast is about, really.
Exactly. And like having the confidence and like other people's experience and willing to open up to them and ask them for advice, you know, like being vulnerable in that sense and finding community. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's the thing that's kept me in music the longest is just being around people. Just feel like musicians are some of the most accepting people ever. You know?
Really are.
They're so open-minded. They're like, all right, well, I'll try everything.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Good.
Yeah, okay, tell me more about this. Like, okay. I mean, sometimes, like, just absurdities and just random things you just don't expect are just great fodder for songs and music and experiences, you know?
Yeah, and stumbling into, like, new music. And like, experiencing that for the first time from, like, the 70s, you know? I didn't listen to any of that growing up. So I'm, like, now diving into that and having these experiences, like, oh, my gosh, it would, like, made so much sense, like, for that time. And, like, even then, people were open and beautiful and just expressive in different ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, growing up, did you have, like, a favorite artist or band or someone that you were obsessed with?
I love Gavin DeGraw.
Gavin DeGraw. I don't think I've heard of this person.
You've never heard of Gavin DeGraw?
No, I haven't.
I don't want to be anything.
Oh, I heard that song.
That's
Never mind,
Gavin
I'm a
DeGraw.
liar.
Yeah. You know Gavin DeGraw.
Turns out I'm a liar.
He's amazing. Oh my gosh. I think
That is a great song.
It's a great song. And he writes everything, which I think is super cool. Like, he'll collaborate with other people sometimes. You know, obviously everybody does. But every great musician does, I should say. But he like, just his piano and like how he can just express what he's experiencing through music, and it touches you, and then the words touch you a different way. I love him. I know every song on every album. I can sing everything. I think I'm his biggest fan. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I didn't know that. Gavin, I gotta check back some of his stuff and like not listen to that one song everyone knows.
Oh gosh. Yeah, don't listen to that, just that one.
There's more to Gavin DeGraw.
There's so much. His first whole album, he did a stripped version, and it was incredible. Just stripped him and the piano. That's it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
It's incredible.
See, because I think that you also like stripped down like performances yourself.
I do. I like that raw.
I feel like
acoustic.
I see where you're drawing that from the Gavin vibes.
You know, maybe I never made that connection, so thank you.
There you go. Yeah. Sometimes we just absorb things without realizing it, especially when we love them so much. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a lot of the music I think I like is just kind of not robotic at all, or
less
like
electronic sounds.
Yeah, maybe that's the word.
Yeah, you know, I love electronic sounds, but there is like a balance. I want to hear organic. I mean, I play saxophone for crying out loud, so you already know where my heart is. Like, I'm going to go for the jazzier vibes, the more stripped down stuff, and there's just something intimate about just, you know, like singer-songwriter or just, you know, guitar, voice, or one instrument, one voice that's just like so personable and very raw. And very vulnerable. Like, the less stuff that you have to use, the more vulnerable you are. This is what it feels like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, maybe just singing by yourself might be the most vulnerable thing you can do.
Yeah.
Without the guitar.
Without it. Just a cappella.
Yeah, that's it. Right? Like...
Yeah. I could agree.
That's why saxophone can feel... Like, I practice saxophone by myself, but when I play saxophone... I always prefer playing with someone else.
Of course.
Which is because I get ideas and I feel like it's like an exchange, you know, it's like a different kind of conversation.
It is a conversation. Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's a conversation between two people through a material thing. I don't know. It's instead of using your senses of there's another way to it, and like music. I don't know. It's just it's all wonderful.
It is. You get all the feelings in and out. That's for sure. So, any other artists that, like, as you grew up that you latched onto or were bigger inspirations for you? Even if it was, like, someone that you knew on a local level or anything like that.
I think that when I started performing out, and I mean, I think we all at this point were starting this, like, West Palm Beach crew, the Soul Fam Collective. Like, everybody... They inspire me because everybody has just grown into their own sound and their own
it's the directions.
Their own directions, and that's amazing, you know, to see as as a friend and like as also a fan of everybody. So the Soul Fam Collective absolutely took a big part for my beginnings too.
Yeah.
All of us at like Elizabeth Avenue Station, like
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go every so often. I'd pop in and see what was going on.
And it started with like open mic, you know, and
Yeah.
open mics in general. I think that's the best way for you to just get out there is just overcome that fear.
Yeah, initially when you're getting going, I think open mics are great. Yeah, I mean, you get to meet other musicians that are trying to do this and work at it, and you can find, a writing partner that way too. And to your point, like just kind of building a little confidence, a little more self-esteem around this, because it's a tough thing to do, especially even working on this on your own. Bearing your soul is a hard thing, especially when rejection can be a very real feeling.
And that brings it back to like musicians just being like the most open, and like really listening to you in that vulnerable state where it's just you and your guitar singing something, or you and your piano, whatever your instrument is. Yeah, really, really special. So they definitely took a big part. I have a friend who just recently passed, and he was a really big inspiration to just being happy and like finding like beauty in everything. I definitely feel like it's so funny because he would say that about me, but I'm like, you are that light, that beautiful, like just energetic pool of love and happiness and presence. Yeah. So, Lance, enlighten, rest easy, for sure. He was a great, great person and a great inspiration to just being open, like jumping on stage at Petanque. I walked in on like a random night, and it was me and Eleni, and we like go in and we're like, hey, can we just like play with you guys? And they're just like, yeah, man, absolutely. Jump on stage, like let's go.
You're always so welcoming.
But without even knowing me at that point, like really knowing me, I should say. I'm just like a kind of like a hey, how are you kind of gal, and then like getting that deeper connection and sharing that experience was so fun, and like jumping on and playing percussion with Will, and Lance DJing in the background with his tribal beautiful sounds. Just like everybody's just bumping, and you're able to like express yourself through percussion, which I love percussion. Percussion's another like for me.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, and I hear it, the last couple of times I've seen you perform live, you've had a percussion element to it, especially when last time you played at MRK-is. People were jamming on the cajon and stuff, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's just that like I could see like where everything's drawing from, the sense of community and the stripped down like just intimacy of everything is just, like really the core of like I feel like where your musicianship comes from and like what you're trying to express.
Yeah.
That wholesomeness.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's like that's my favorite thing. Like every time I hear you perform, it's always just like. It's just so inviting. It's just like, it just feels like love washing over you.
Oh my God, stop.
It's just great.
That's amazing.
It's awesome. And I talked to another singer and guitarist. His name's Jason Colavino. I was mentioning him earlier. And, he's this big guy, like, and like you think like he's going to play, you think he's going to play some like heavier stuff, like more rock type of vibe. And he just sings these like incredible, like, like Simon Garfunkel, like covers, Costello stuff, and it's just like so light and airy and just like whimsical. And you're just like, wow, like this dude, like what is going on?
I love the whimsical sense in musicians and their music. It's just so like, you could just breathe. You want to breathe it in when they're just performing. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's great. So a couple of questions I ask my interviewees is we talk about like the most impactful moments in our lives, like or like in our careers. Like so, I used to start with the positive one, but I'm gonna start with the negative one first. Like, what was like the most like challenging experience you've had as just trying to be a musician and making it out there? What was something that really like either you struggled with personally or a specific moment in time, like a bad performance or something like that, that kind of made you question, doing this or at least thought critically about?
Oof.
music, in a set maybe.
I think every musician struggles with just like now having to do more than just play music, like we have to do that social aspect of like engaging people, and to me, I think the struggle and like the negative part about this is not really like I am just like the type of person that I'm just like me present in the moment. So for me, I can't necessarily like find connection over like a phone or something, I want to see you in person and I want to connect and find that, because I feel like that's how you really make connections with people. It's not like people can just scroll by you, it's so easy to pass up in that way. So I think that's the struggle, and I know like other fellow musicians feel the same way, like with the algorithms and whatever else is going on like in that social world. It's just like it's not easy for people to just like, I don't know, make it also, because there's so many people that are just also trying to make it. I don't know. It's like, that's the struggle, I think, is like the self-doubt in yourself, because there's so many people out there that are also, you listen to them and you're like, holy shit, this is awesome, And then you think about like, I think about the stuff I write, I'm like, I don't know, will people relate? Like, it's just so personal and intimate to me and my life experience that happened. But yeah, I don't know. I could rant on. I just like, I don't know. This is a hard question for me. It really is. I think performance-wise, there was one time that I was playing at Crazy Uncle Mike's and I like popped my B string. I only had a new pack of strings and I put it in and I could not get this thing to sound good with the rest of my strings. That I was messing with it the entire performance. That's entire rough. Like hour and a half that I was up there. I hate that. That was the worst. And I remember it to this day and I'm like, I'm never going to do that ever again. I'm going to just bring 2 guitars and I'm going to be prepared, because it changes the dynamic completely.
Yeah. So that's a pro tip right there. Redundancy. Bring a second of the thing that you need to play.
Yeah.
Or to do your job.
maybe not for a sax though, because I like you wouldn't
I have a spare sax.
You do? Do you bring it with you?
Yeah, it's always in the car. Okay. So that's the car sax.
Yeah, that's the car sax.
You never know when you need to lay down some saxophone. So it's so true. It's led to a lot of the Maxie's lineup food shack jams too. At work. So that's always fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was actually one time where I did have I needed another saxophone, but I had both my saxophones in the car, and one of them just something broke on it, and it was not gonna make good noise.
Oh, no.
You're just like, this is not gonna work.
No.
So I ran to the car and I had my alto sax, and alto sax is a different key from tenor sax. So my G and the C on tenor are basically the same. That's the same note more or less. So it's like, yeah, it's a rough difference.
Yeah.
But and then to play a band set on a different keyed instrument from what you've memorized everything to be in,
Oh my God.
We got through it. It was fun, like it was.
That's where the improvisation comes in, and the jam element of like you being an amazing musician, like being able to just like kind of hear it and adjust in a way. It might not be exactly the same, but it'll be close.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And, having another working instrument for sure is great, but yeah, it definitely certainly sucks when you're stuck on the instrument that's not functioning the way you want it to, and this is like, okay, this is going to be the rest of my night. Like,
Yeah.
It's the acceptance of today's just not going to be one of those days.
It's not going to go for me.
I'm just going to go home, I'm going to go to sleep, and we're going to try again tomorrow. And I'm going to leave all of my stuff in the car that I know. Like, like I have stands in the car. I have speakers in the car. I have a mixer in the car.
I know. Are we not supposed to do that? Is that bad for that stuff?
Like I make sure like I have cheap substitutes for the things I want to leave in my car, and all the nice stuff is at home. That way, like if I have a gig that's worth the money of to bust out the nice stuff, then I'll bring the nice stuff. Like my digital mixer, I have a digital mixer that I record bands on, and that's in my garage. Like I'm only busting it out for gigs, but then I have a smaller analog mixer that's in my car. That's like $200. The mixers, my digital mixer is like $2,000. So.
Oh yeah. It definitely
so
just get left in the car.
I'd rather like have an analog mixer that I could still use on the fly, even they may not sound as nice as the digital mixer, but it'll still do the job.
Exactly.
Everyone, will survive. Anyway,
we'll survive.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we got the challenging part, what's the most redeeming aspect of music for you? What's been like your most memorable musical experience as a performer? Once you're in the trenches now doing it, like what's something that really made you feel like this is what you want to keep doing?
Yeah. I think at any moment that I feel like I'm having like a really great gig or like feeling really in tune with myself and my instrument, that's like always the best feeling.
Yeah.
And the most positive like aspect of this situation where you have people not necessarily having to engage all the time, but like people are listening. One, super important for any musician is just to feel like heard and, and just like musically achieving what you want, like vocally achieving what I'm looking for and like looping when I'm looping and having like a perfect loop session. It's just like, the best feeling in the world, like not having to try so hard because you're just feeling so good because you are who you are, and like people are like taking that in.
You're one with it all.
You're one,
You're
yeah.
one with the gig.
We are all one. Yeah, exactly.
This whole thing is the gig, the audience included.
Yeah.
Is it a gig if there's no audience?
True.
Or a camera that's live streaming it?
Yeah, true.
Is it just practice?
Who knows? Maybe it's, I don't know, the great gig of life that we're all practicing for.
Wow, deep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm like pausing just to ponder that for a moment, like let that sink in for a minute, Take a sip of the tea.
Yeah.
That you made for me. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Your chai tea latte with pleasure. My hottie toddy. Cheers.
Let's cheers real quick. Yes. Okay, so how about a favorite venue? Is there a spot that you're just like, this was my favorite place and I'll do it again?
Love,
for free,
love.
maybe, but not free.
Yeah. No, I love playing at Crazy Uncle Mike's.
Crazy Uncle Mike's.
Yeah, I play there twice a month, every second and fourth Friday. Come and check me out. And it's just like so nice and easy. I have like just everything's like set up. It's just me walking in, saying hi to my friends, like hanging out at the bar a little early because it's so far and it takes me an hour to get there. But I do it, like that's commitment. That's how you know I love it.
Yeah.
Because that's a far drive.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a whole process. I've actually got it down to a science, like what time I need to leave in order to arrive early.
Yes, and you can't deviate.
No, I can't. I'm like 3:00. I start at 5. 3:00. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love playing there. I think it's also the community that I've built, like just like the friendships and the relationship with Mike, personally on that level, and like being able to just like hang out with him and like talk about life and like experiences that he's had, and like he's teaching me too. Like everybody's a teacher to an extent, So being able to just like play pool upstairs and just like talk about life and have a beer and just vibe.
Yeah.
Like it's so great. I love, like that's the other, like what we were talking about I guess earlier, is just forming that connection and that on that personal level and not necessarily through just other aspects. It's just being one-on-one and looking at somebody when they talk to you, Hey.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
no, I agree.
So I would say there. I mean, I love performing anywhere. Anywhere is cool. I recently played at the Old School Square, which was really fun. Being just on a big stage and having just like a random crowd, like no idea who anybody was, and it was awesome. Like people just listening and experiencing the moment alongside all these other like musicians that were going on.
Yeah. You know what I heard that I'm excited about?
Tell me.
I heard you're playing with girlfriend material.
Yes.
Like Balatovis.
Yeah. It's gonna be so great. We're doing Christmas stuff. I love Christmas.
I
so
love holiday music too.
Me too.
It's like my favorite, I think.
It is, and it's so sad it's only 1 month out of the entire year.
It feels, the older I get, it feels so much shorter.
It
feels
does.
like it's already over.
I know. It
I'm
hasn't
already
even
sad
started.
and we're in it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a great show. Those guys are awesome. They're just like so welcoming and like so talented and like just so into it, into their craft. It's I'm so honored to be alongside them.
Yeah. I've known those guys for a long time. Particular Mikey McCleary and Tom Kofter. I played in a band with Tom, the band Oscar Project.
Oh, no way.
Tom was the bass player in the back end of that on that band.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I ever saw Moscow Project. Though.
Oh, you would have loved
Yeah.
them. It's just like Latin funk rock fusion.
Hell yeah.
It's like me and Kevin Karpanik on trombone, the trombone player for
Cool.
the Dub now.
Yeah.
And we were just blasting and be percussion instruments and like we had a percussionist and yeah, it was great. Oh
my God.
Yeah.
Anything that's like Latin flair, I'm like, let us just shake our booties. I'm ready.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the energy in Latin music is like like nothing else. It's just a celebration, like with your body.
Exactly.
Like that's it. Like you're just, I grew up as a kid just watching my family dancing salsa music. I'm not even a good dancer, unfortunately. I'm the worst Puerto Rican
It just
ever.
takes practice. And also just, move those hips a little extra. There you go. Exactly.
It's like so hard to make me do this.
It's a good workout too, man.
I'm feeling it. I'm sweating already. I might have to get some more.
It's the sunshine behind you.
It is. To get the vitamin D in. It's very important. It's very important for the skin too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Crazy Uncle Mike's awesome spot.
Love
Girl
him.
from Material, great guys.
Great.
I can't wait to hear. I mean, I don't think this podcast will be out by I think the show would have happened already by the time it's out.
No, so I
But
can't even advertise, but that's okay.
that means we got to get some video of it so
Yeah.
that people can check it out.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe they have premonition and they can just feel this energy that we're giving them right now.
Yeah,
Go to the show.
it's gonna be so good.
I can't wait. They actually asked me to try to do it, but I have to work. Unfortunately, down the road, and
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I can even get the time off to do it, but it's really hard to. It's not really
It's
feasible.
the holiday season.
I know, but I think they're doing a show this Saturday at Match. So I'll see them then. It's supposed to be an ugly sweater party too at Food Shack.
What am I doing? Oh, I'm camping.
Camping's great too.
Yeah, I'm camping.
I
this
love
weekend.
camping.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't love camping. I love the idea of camping. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest.
Being one with
I
nature.
don't want to pretend like I like it. Like I probably like it more than I think I do. I just don't do it often.
Oh my God, you gotta come camping with me and
Yeah.
Bobby. You'll be our our little.
I'll just play flutes
Yeah,
all day.
you just provide music and the vibes of love, and when we'll take care of you, and you'll get to experience nature in not a glamping way because we definitely still sleep on the floor, but
Yeah, of course.
but yeah, it's so fun. I love camping. I camp every 3 months. I have to.
Really?
I would camp every month if I could. If I got a weekend off, it's just hard because I get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then I work Thursday through Sunday. And Bobby has a full-time job.
Yeah.
And he also has his band, his gigs.
Of course, yeah. We gotta
Yeah.
get Bobby on here too.
Yeah, eventually he'll show up at some
Get him in
point.
a different section of the house.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, so I guess I gotta get you to get me to go camping because
Yeah.
I probably should get more of that in my life. Every time I go on trail runs, I go to the park. I go to walks in parks and I go on trail runs in parks and I was just so much better. I'm just
so
oh,
good.
this is so cool.
Just
I see
taking
animals
in-
look at these tortoises.
Yeah, look
you
at
see all
this
sorts of crazy
deer just
animals.
hanging out. If you go to Riverbend, the deer are so tame
Yeah.
that you can just run by them and they won't get scared and run away. It's
Yeah.
wild.
My favorite thing about nature is really just the sounds. Mm-hmm. You don't hear any human made sounds, except for us. But then when I hear those sounds, they're so prominent. It's like me rustling with the tent. It's like, wow, how this tent is disturbing the sounds of nature right now. It's such a stark difference.
We gotta have a shelter, so it's kind of part of it.
No,
'cause
I know,
you're living
but
out
it's
there.
just, I'm just gonna, just no tarp, no nothing, just make my own tent with trees and leaves. And
Oh my gosh, my dream. I've been watching.
I can't start there. That's too much for my first tent.
That would probably be way too much. I've been watching Alone. Bobby and I are just sitting and watching Alone, at the end of the day, and these people are making massive shelters, homes, a bed, a little fireplace made out of
wow.
rock and clay, and everything's has to be handmade, cut down the trees, it's incredible. It's the coolest thing. I would totally live in a handmade wooden forest lodge. I would love that.
I would love that too. I want to have a studio in the woods. That'd be cool. It's just music
like,
studio, and then you walk outside, it's just woods.
Yeah.
You go right around and do whatever you want in there, and then come back and record
I would just
more
disappear.
music.
That's my issue. I can't have that option.
If we got, we'd never hear from you ever again.
No, I know. I would
Well,
just
then you have to stream. You have to use social media. Here's my video.
Seriously. Yeah, but it's gonna be kind of cool, you know, because I'll just have like all these like awesome landscapes behind me.
I think so.
We'll see. Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe.
Not yet, though. Not
you
yet.
You know what we should do is we should do a recording session out in nature. Because I think of pretty much all of my a lot of my equipment that I have is battery powered.
Let's go.
So we go find some spots out there in the woods and find a good location.
Let's
I could record a small group, this one has this recorder right here that I'm recording the podcast on has 4 inputs in it.
Nice.
And then there's there's a stereo input right there too. Those mics in the front. So, so I can at least record 4 tracks with this thing. And then there's bigger field recorders that I could probably get a hold of that I can now rationalizing buying more stuff.
I know.
All right, let's go on to the next
I'm going to
question.
egg you on, though. Come on. You totally need it. Can you imagine a video out in the middle of, like, nature? Oh, just, like, let's go to the Loxahatchee River.
Oh, I haven't
Just
been,
go on the river and just... You know, I think a Songcatcher actually did. Do you know that guy?
Yeah. I don't know if he ever came back.
He definitely did
He's
and
kind
never
of a little
come
bit of
back.
inspiration for me for this.
Yeah. To an extent, for sure. I could see that. He just took you out in the middle of nowhere and was just like, let's record
He
right
found
here.
such interesting locations
He did.
for the recordings. And he
He
got a really
did.
specific recording style. So he's really good at videography, and like he really dialed it in on that aspect for sure. And that, you know, he's really good at capturing the moment. That was my favorite thing about him. But yeah, I did I worked with him. I met him through 1909. We did this music accelerator thing together, and cool. He was just basically. I remember opening up the van that he made. He's like at the end of the program, like he's like, "Did I finally finish it? Like I'm off." Like I was like, "This is so cool."
See you later.
That's it. I've never seen him again. And then I watched a bunch of his videos that he did as he's traveling cross country, and I'm like, "That's incredible." Like
it's so cool.
Honestly, I kind of like that. I might just copy him a little bit and do that. But also find some gigs for myself too.
Yeah.
Just travel and just pick up random gigs and play with random bands. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. I would love to do that. Just travel across the U.S. and just pick up places. Oh.
You've traveled a little bit, and I've seen you actually. You and Bobby like bust at some spots. Do you have a favorite memory of that?
Being in Europe. Let's think. Oh yes, actually, we were in Italy. I love Italy so much. Let me start there. If I could be anything, I would be an Italian. I'd probably be an Italian tomato.
I think you'd probably get away with that. I don't know.
Yeah. It would be so great. But we performed, like they encourage busking. They appreciate the music on the street. And
really?
The only thing is that you have to move every hour. You can't be in the same spot for like 2 hours, you know.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. So you get to, and I think it's great. You like get to, you're
spot.
walking around the city and you're like, you know what, there's some traffic here. I'm just going to post up and play, you know. There's certain locations that obviously you need like a permit and whatever. And so Bobby and I were walking around Bologna, and we came across this like big piazza, and we just got out of this beautiful cathedral, and we're like, hey, we really like, let's just like post up right here. We've seen other musicians here yesterday, so like it should be fine, right? And we end up going there, sitting down, start performing. I brought my like little Bose speaker from America to Europe so that we could like have some amplification in some sense, so that people could hear us, because I'm not like the loudest singer, you know. I learned to let the mic do the work, which is such a big lesson. So we post up, we play, it's awesome for like 30 minutes, and then these people just show up and they're like, hey, we're supposed to be playing like right now. And they let us like finish the song, and we're like, okay, we're done. And it was such a great crowd, but you know, people can be nasty. Thank God they were like decent, and they're just like, you need to leave because this is like our spot right now. And we're like, okay, cool. So we leave, and we like literally walk down the street in front of this like cute little like restaurant. Oh my gosh. And we're playing right there. They call the cops on us, and they're like, listen, you can't perform here. And they were like upset because we were like too loud in front of their like outdoor seating area.
Oh my God.
So they call the cops on us. The cops come over, and they like listen for like 2 songs, And they're like, listen. I'm like, I only speak English, and they're like, okay, you can still play, but you just have to move around this corner. And I was like, okay, cool. They're like, you're really good, by the way. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you.
You got some fans of that.
Yeah, those Italian police are just like, what's up,
Wow.
dude? No, so Bobby and I, we like gather our things. They literally start helping us move our stuff over to in front of this beautiful like old cathedral, and it was like abandoned. I'm not sure like what exactly was going on at this point in time, like for the building itself, but I mean it had these beautiful pillars and then like a courtyard and then steps up to the cathedral part, all made out of brick. And then there was this like massive like brick made like structure where like the priest can like stand out and greet the people or whatever, And we sat there and there was like a bunch of like chairs and just people grabbing drinks from the restaurant and literally walking over and sitting and watching us perform. Wow. And we sat there for 3 hours and just played a gig, like basically, and we had so much fun. It was so wonderful. It was Bobby and I playing. This random guy like took a bunch of pictures of like these little kids like dancing and sent it to us. And while we were there was this man who, obviously Italian, probably not in the best position in life, like maybe homeless. And he just like walks up and he like has a bike and he's like, I broke in English, but spoke pretty okay. And he was like, can I play with you guys? And I was like, oh, I don't know. What are you going to play? He's like, I'm going to play my bike. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Whoa.
And I mean, this guy had like a nub for an arm. Like,
okay.
Yeah, he had been through some stuff. I mean,
yeah.
But an older gentleman, just so sweet, played his bike like a beast. I mean, was using like the spokes, I think is what it's called, on just with a drumstick, going in a circle to make certain noises, hitting his like bell sometimes. He killed it. He played with us the entire time. It was just like such a wonderful experience to like just collaborate with this random person, and like he didn't expect anything of it, and like we didn't know what to expect, and just like believing and trusting the universe, and like having the cops still there, like kind of just watching us, for a little bit, and like a bunch of
pretty
fans.
Good for Americans.
Yeah, I know. You guys are okay.
That's so bad.
It's funny because in Europe people are singing American songs with like thick accents, so it doesn't sound anything like an American singing. So I think when they see us, actual
this is
Americans,
the real thing.
Yeah, they're like, "Where are you from, America?" And we're like,
Can you sing some Bruce Springsteen for us?
Yeah. Exactly. Oh my gosh.
You know any Dolly Parton?
Yeah, Jolene. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, I know you got that on deck.
Always.
You gotta have one Dolly
Classic.
song in the repertoire. You know what I mean?
You have to. You have to have a little bit of everything. I think that's important.
Yeah, that's true. That is like well, when you're doing the cover gig scene, like that's the thing. Like I think musicians, like a lot of musicians, I feel like they get into this rut of just like, I got to play all these songs that everyone else plays because this is what everyone expects. And I feel like it's like, there's so many different songs that all these artists have made. Like you were just telling me.
That are so great.
Yeah, exactly. Like
you don't need to play Sweet Home Alabama every time you play a gig for like a bar. You can play other stuff, other good classic songs that are just as good that nobody plays, and then that's how you really get like, oh my God, wow, like look at this person.
I think that my favorite cover bands are bands that start to like do things differently, and actually add a pretty diverse mix of tunes. Like they'll play a song from a different genre of the style of music that they normally play, and they add it to the repertoire. I mean, I remember this like pop rock band was like playing like a Britney Spears cover, There's a country band that I actually heard play a Britney Spears cover, and that was really cool. I was like, holy crap, they're doing it. It's like little things like that where you kind of just mix it up and get a little personality in there, I mean, I think covers can be an expression of ourselves as well.
Oh, for sure.
Like what songs we choose to play. Like just because we're a cover, like we're doing a cover gig, doesn't mean we can't add our own taste to the cover gig.
I think that's like so important to do. I mean, I'm definitely the artist that takes a song that everybody's heard and just makes it my own. And I'm like, the original's cool, but you can just listen to it. You know what I mean? Just go on and support the artist that made it. Yeah. It's like, obviously musicians are like performing like certain covers because they enjoy it, I would imagine, to an extent, not just because of the money, but I think it's important to bring that like dynamic into your performance, where you can mix like some of your original songs and people will be like, oh, this is like different from like all the other songs that I already knew, and she's performing in a different way, you know, or like he is performing in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree with that. I mean, I think that's I don't know. I'm the kind of person that gets bored easily if I just do the same shit over and over again. You know, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I still want to get something from this. And I think you can always get something from a song if you're finding ways to make songs your own. And I think that's how you literally make your own songs, is by doing that. Take the thing that you love and then just start playing around with it and seeing what type of other song could be in there that works for you. You know?
For sure.
Reshaping it.
Reshaping.
Yeah, incredible. So what has been like the most, like what's been like the thing that has impacted you the most musically? Like it could be like an instrument or a certain particular moment in time that really kind of settled you into your career path right now? Or?
I think into my career path would have to be one of my best friends, Eleni. She was really the first. I was doodling around with guitar, but I wasn't necessarily taking it seriously. Because I was living out, I had just moved to Jupiter. I was living out in the farms with my sister, and I'd pick up my guitar just to like have fun, you know, and not necessarily like learn. I was like frustrated, I guess, easily too with like playing music because I wasn't getting it perfectly the first time, and so I had moved into this space and like just met Eleni working at MRK-is bartending there, like one of my birthday weeks, and I was like, hey, you seem super dope. Like, we should be friends. 1, 2, I'm having this party. You should swing by. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. I play cajon. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, bring it, I guess. And she's like, yeah, and I spin fire. And I'm like, holy
Who are
shit. You? I'm like, wow, you're like really cool. And she's like, yeah, you want to surf tomorrow? And I'm like, dude, okay, too much overload. And I was just like, I love you so much. This is my best friend now. Yeah, I'm like, I just love you so much. So we had that party here, and well, I had the party here, and like all my friends showed up at the time, you know, really cool, super jammy. And her and I are literally sitting in this specific room, and I'm standing right where I am, actually. Yeah. And she's just like playing cajon there, and we're jamming out with like a bunch of people. And like that was really like the start and the love, I think, of like the jam music that has been the inspiration for me. Wow. And so, you know, at that point, like we would just play together all the time. We would stay up till like 4 a.m. just drinking wine and playing music, like literally for like 2 years, it felt like.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, work our day jobs, go kind of play at the beach, do whatever, and then like come and play music. And it would just be like, it was constant, every day. Mm-hmm. And that period in my life was just an explosion of like what could be, you know? And I really was like, man, I really like love to play music, and I love to play with other people and collaborate, and what a cool experience to connect, you know, because she's like having to follow me to an extent, like playing the guitar and like knowing when I'm doing my breaks and like flowing, you know, in the ebb. And so she was definitely, I think, the biggest inspiration for like the beginning of my career, and like to this day we're great friends, you know. She's an amazing human. She's a great artist too. That's her painting. I bought a couple of her pictures. Oh my god, I literally have more of her art in my house than I do of anything else. No, yeah, she painted that for me. That looks a lot different from some other stuff I've seen. Yeah, it is, because this is like her earlier stuff, but she like met me and like I don't know, 2 months later just painted this and gave it to me. Wow. And I was like wearing that dress that night, and that's my horse. Yeah. Oh my god. And me drinking wine, of course, and me being a sun child because I love it. And then the elephant, she's like, I don't know why I drew an elephant, but I did, because I just like when I look at you, like I just see like this massive elephant behind you. Wow. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, and I love elephants. And so in 2019, we actually took a 6-week trip to Bali. We were just like, you know, let's just go. Let's just go live, you know? And so we bought the ticket. I was like contemplating for a day, and she's just like, come on, just like, let's just fucking go. I'm going to buy my ticket. You should buy your ticket. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. By day 3 of us just like the idea to it becoming a reality was 3 days, which was insane.
We're here.
We're going.
This isn't a dream right now.
Yeah, 2 months. And so we went to Bali, had the best time ever. And again, I just love animals, so deeply. And elephants, I've always wanted to touch an elephant, be like near it enough, knowing that it's not gonna like do anything to harm me in any sense. Because especially like the captive ones, you just can't tell they're like in captivity. It's just different. So the Bali Zoo has like this program that they all have like their people. The elephants all have like their, I don't want to call them masters. There's like a word to it, like kahut or tahut or something like that. And we were able to like bathe the elephants, like rinse them off and like scrub them because they liked to be brushed and they're like itchy. And it was just like such a crazy experience. The minute I walked, it was like our turn to like walk up to the elephant because there was like 3 different ones. And there was probably like 10 of us. So we all got our own elephant, like 5 of us or 4 of us got our own elephants because there's just so many and they're so big. Like you can't cover every square inch, and you need more people. So all of us are there and we're like throwing mud on them, like rubbing mud into them, like in mud water with them, like up to our belly buttons. It's great. And at the end of the whole experience, they like take you aside, like the elephants go, and then one of them sits there with their like elephant person or elephant that's there, and they're sitting with us like in the bathtub area, and we're all sitting like along the ledge, and the elephant's in the bathtub, and it just like came up to me. It just came up to me and like wanted me to like pet it. It had its trunk like sniffing on me. And I'm just like sitting there and Eleni's just staring at me. She's like, that's the vision. That's exactly what I saw. And like, that's why that's the way it
crazy.
is. I
so
know.
She painted this before?
Oh yeah, way before.
Oh my God.
Way before. Yeah. Really cool. So just an inspiring human, like her ability to like love it so deeply and so like openly, It's a beautiful thing. She inspires me for sure.
All right. Shout out to Eleni.
Shout out Miscellaneous. Look her art up. She's a sick tat artist now too.
Really?
Yeah, she's given me a couple. I was like, we're 3 beers in. I'm like, just tap me.
Do it.
Just do it. And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, just do it. She's like, okay, let's go.
A good couple of drunk tattoo stories maybe coming up.
Oh, I don't regret any of them. I love all of them so much.
Oh, yeah. I have a couple of tattoos.
Do you? I've never seen a tattoo on you.
You got this one.
I've never seen that. Wait, what is it? The top one?
This top one?
It's like an asteroid, it looks like, or like something on a
It's basically like
planet.
a rock.
Yeah.
Like Earth, basically, mini Earth.
Nice.
It's like a little mini globe of its own.
Oh, I see it now. The mountains and the moon and okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that.
And this is this was the logo for the music festival I went to in England that Spread the Dub performed at.
Cool.
It was called Boomtown, and it was like the best experience I had in my entire life. It was the best. It was the best. Like, yeah, traveling and like playing music. Traveling is probably just the best thing ever, and I'm not doing it enough.
Come to Europe
and
with
now,
us.
Yes, let's go.
We're going in the summer.
I want to. One of my goals is to try to find international like music festivals I want to attend and just go to them. There's so many sick jazz ones too, like jazz, neo soul.
Oh, dude, amazing! When we were in Copenhagen, we ended up being there at the same time a jazz festival was going on in the whole city, and there were just stages like
Isn't
on
that
the
not
street.
incredible?
It was insane. It was insanity.
This is the ultimate PSA. If anyone's singing and traveling, just do it, right? Is that
just
it?
do it. That's my advice.
Do it.
I know that's one of your questions. Just travel. Just go.
How important is traveling? Like, what's the thing that energizes you about traveling? What does it give you? What do you get from traveling that just makes you want to keep doing it?
Knowing that there's more to me than this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This isn't everything. This is my home. You know, like these are my plants. This is my fish, my house, my love. My music, my friends.
Yeah.
But being able to be like across the world and seeing like how people live, which is so important, I think, for every single American to do, is just to get out of America. America is not like just everything.
Just a small part of the world.
We're just so small, and we have our own way, our own structure, our own like architecture and food and culture, of course. But like other places in the world, like you go to Rome and you just see a Colosseum that's like 2000 BC or whatever it was built, 2000 years ago. Yeah, 2000 BC or something. Like you look at that and you're like, people built that. Like just the structure, the thought that they put into that building for the crazy, horrific things that happened inside of it for amusement. It's genius. It's genius. I think it's so.
At the time,
it's beautiful. Yeah. But like the food, like having a tomato in Italy is so different
than
from
an American tomato.
Than an American
not
tomato.
Even close.
We are not even.
We don't have real tomatoes here.
We don't have real anything here. That's not what I'm saying. Processed.
Yeah. You want real Chinese food? Go to China.
Yeah.
You want real Italian food? Go to Italy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man, that's you convinced me. So.
Experience of people too. Like, oh my God, everybody's just so loving. Like people are love. Like that is our mission here, is to love and be loved.
I love it. I love this PSA right now.
I love it.
I love it. I like it quite a bit actually.
Oh my God. With it. That's so fun.
Oh man. Okay, so I like to try to give musicians, people that are watching the podcast or listening to it, maybe a little bit of advice, a little bit of something from you that you want to gift people that are working on this. So like the way I used to ask the question was like, how many what is like the biggest mistake that you see other musicians make and how to correct it? But I think I'm gonna change it to like what was the biggest mistake like you've ever made like as a musician, and what did you learn from that, and what did you do to get yourself out of that?
Okay, let's think about this. I thought about this earlier. I don't necessarily, I think the hardest part is the social media aspect because of just my personality, maybe.
Yeah.
It's harder for me to, watch myself. I don't know. For me, knowing that this is in your hands and, I have zero control, I'm all in. I'm let's go. But the fact that I have to, go back and, do it and then know that I can, have unlimited takes, I think just I don't know. It's a hard... You changed the question on me a little bit, so now I'm thinking about it a little differently.
We can go back to the other question if you have.
I think that the biggest mistake is mine of not doing that, because I think a lot of musicians locally do a really great job, and even other people, but they have managers, all the famous people and whatever.
Yeah.
That are managing and doing it for them, but it's hard. I think maybe the way to get out of it would just be okay with not being perfect. Maybe.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
what do you mean by that?
I don't consider myself perfect in any sense, but it's the beauty in the imperfections that really makes it personable and real for people to experience, in a different way. Yeah. I don't know. Hard question for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a good, I think so positively, so for me to, answer negative...
Something critical, yeah. It is hard.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to, pull it out of the ebb.
Yeah.
And, say it.
That's fair.
Because I don't want to criticize other people. I don't think that's... if I do that, I'm just criticizing something deep within myself.
That's why I started changing the question up.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to criticize ourselves than it is to try to do that on others, and then that's not the idea that I want to promote. Even though my intention with it was more of an informative, learn-based one.
Yeah, what have you learned, kind of?
Yeah.
From other musicians.
Yeah. What's the biggest takeaway that you've gotten from other musicians? How about that? Is that a softer question?
Yeah, it's a softer one. I like it. What can I take away from other musicians?
What have you?
What have I taken away?
Yeah, that you've used, or something that was just an aha moment for you. Oh, this is really cool. This is something I need to keep doing.
Oh God, I don't know. Keep writing.
Keep writing.
Keep writing. Just
let's talk about that.
Keep living presently, so you can keep experiencing and writing. I mean, I've never really sat down and tried to collaborate a song with other people. So I think that's a cool idea to like move forward with, like collaborate and write and keep moving. I don't know, keep moving.
Keep moving.
Keep moving.
Keep writing.
Keep writing.
Keep experiencing.
Yeah.
And be present. So what is it about presence? Like what? How do I want to phrase it? Because I think a lot of people struggle with the conceptualizing what that means. Like living with presence.
Yeah.
What can you say about that maybe help like soften people's idea around that and like what that really means for you?
I think it means to like sit down a second, just sit, and just like take a deep breath and feel it. Feel it fill your lungs. Feel it come out. Just like feel your body, feel your it's your portal, in this realm. So honor it very deeply. And that's by doing things that like you love too. Like I anybody, you wake up, we can get so lost in just like the mundane routine that we have, like wake up, go to work, eat breakfast, have lunch, do this, do that. And like people just get so lost in that and like having to continue, like sit down for a second, take it in, like water your plants or just sit outside and like sit in the sun for a minute. Don't think, be silent too. I'm a very big advocate for silence. I honestly like live in silence. I don't necessarily have music really playing, especially when I drive. I'm like, I don't listen to music.
Silently.
I drive silently. Lately though, within this last year, the only thing I have been listening to is a podcast, which is funny.
Which
So
podcast is it?
Oh my God, my favorite murder.
Little murder podcast.
I know, I'm one of those.
Wow, you outed yourself here.
Oh God. I love things that are living, but I'm obsessed with death.
Okay. I actually, I love my favorite like genre, like for like film and movie and television, always like mystery thriller.
Love mystery thriller. Me too.
I'm just I want to figure it out.
Have you seen Reptile?
Reptile? No.
On Netflix?
Is it good?
Holy shit. Maybe we could just sit here and watch it after we're done recording. It is so good.
I could be down, yes.
Definitely recommend. It is just like, it's like a mind. I like mind things, I guess.
Yes,
I don't know.
me
I like
too.
thinking. I like puzzles. I like, there's literally 1,000-piece
This whole
puzzle.
podcast is like a giant puzzle. This is what I think about it. You
you
saw all
having
the
to figure
pieces
it
I put
out.
together. Like, look at all this random stuff I've accumulated to
it's
make
so
this work.
true.
Like,
It's just going to keep growing.
It is. It's gonna be crazy.
Taking it apart every
I might have to
time.
hire another human eventually to help
pick
me
me.
out. You want to? Okay.
Yeah.
You helped me out the
I'll be
lighting.
your
You were
vibe.
very helpful, actually. You were the most helpful interviewee I've had thus far. I mean, like, seriously.
Well, I'm also a woman, so it's a little different.
Yeah, but you were just thinking ahead on stuff. Like, I'm like, she's like, oh, I'm going to sit here and you can test the lights on your side. And I was like, I actually never thought of that in my mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was my biggest takeaway so far. Like, it's like the biggest
good.
musical impact.
Hey, you learn
today.
something new every day. It's so true.
Absolutely. And I think when we put ourselves in situations that are new, then we have new things. Like,
Yeah.
There's another show that I know you'll love. That's another mystery thriller that just came out. It's on Hulu. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't have Hulu.
It was like Murder at the End of the World or something like that. That's what it's called. Yeah, they're in Iceland and they're locked in this giant like tech savvy like mansion and like this one investigator chick, she her like best friend who was also kind of like she was in love with and they never like it never happened, like it never worked out. Like but it's still there. You can feel that. You
There's
know
a
what I
little,
mean?
like, spice
and then,
in the air.
So then he dies and then she's trying to figure out like why he died and then someone else dies and then
it just continues on.
Yeah. And then she's like hacking into stuff and trying to figure out like what's going on here and having dialogues. There's all of these like incredible minds in the show. Like it's so cool. You'll love it.
That's fun.
There we go. I sold you on it.
I'm gonna have to get Hulu.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Take my money, world.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we're starting to come to a close on this podcast.
No,
I know. It's so sad.
We could just sit here
we're just getting
forever.
comfy doing this,
I know.
right?
We could just chat about
I'm just
everything.
afraid of like I don't know when this thing's gonna stop recording, so I want to make
Well,
sure I
the
get
little
out
red
the
light
question.
is still going on.
Yes, absolutely. This is true. So there's still hope, but it doesn't tell me when it's gonna not.
Yeah. How long has it been? Like an hour?
It's 3:13, so it's been about an hour. So we might only have a few minutes left.
Oh man. All right. Well, what
Yeah.
else is there?
Okay.
What else is there to say?
So the last question I have on here is, you have anything new and exciting coming up that people
New
want
and
to hear about?
exciting.
Maybe that they can
more
catch
in the
on 2 months from now,
future.
roughly.
Yeah.
Somewhere further out that maybe.
God, I don't even.
Or any
know.
projects that you're working on that people can check in on a later point.
Listen, I want to release music in 2024. I've been very connected to the number 24 my whole life. I was born on the 24th, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like this is like
This is the time. This is the
time. Yeah, I'm feeling
It's time
good.
to get to work.
That's always been a struggle for me, is like finding, not necessarily finding time, because like I just like love to live and do things all the time, but finding the confidence, I think, to like be in a studio setting, which I don't necessarily have, because I would, again, rather just like be live and be right in front of you and just sing you a song acoustically. So I think that's definitely my goal. I want to release at least 2 songs next year. That's what, or 2024, I should say, because
Awesome.
who knows when this comes.
Are these recordings that you're trying to do, are they going to be full band, a mix? You playing and singing by
God,
yourself?
what do you think I should do?
You should do whatever you want.
Oh my God, that's what I asked you last time, and you're like, you should just do whatever you want.
Did I say that? Okay,
Yeah.
you should just do this, the exact things I'm about to tell you. No, I think, okay, so, okay, this is what I'll say. That I think you should you should try to find a way to encapsulate the things that you love most about the live element of
Aspect,
performance
yeah.
and just your life in general.
Yeah.
And try to find a way to encapsulate that into a, more controlled situation.
Yeah.
Like, emulate the thing that you love about live and do it, but with a camera in front of you.
Yeah.
So maybe you just do raw recordings.
Yeah,
And
maybe
just
I
get
just
to do a
raw
live mix
recordings.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And just because then once you record it, that's it. You have to just go to editing.
know.
You don't have to can't go back on you can't go back on your editing software and just keep playing around with things over. It's like that's it. You're just trying to find a good take and
Yeah.
once it's done, it's done.
I love that idea of like a visual aspect to my music, and I think that's an important thing.
Get all
for
your
me.
plants in there.
Yeah, get all my
And
plants.
just record with every plant in here.
Yeah.
And just one video a week of a different plant and a song
Yeah.
about each plant. Actually,
God,
that's
that
not
would
a
be
terrible
like
idea.
75 songs.
Hey, that's a lot of material.
That's a lot of material coming your
you'll be
way in
busy for a
2024.
while.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
will. It'll be never ending, which I hope is the goal. It's never ending. Never ending growth, never ending love, never ending living.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, eventually, but I'm okay with that, when it comes. But it's just moving.
That's
Yeah.
what makes life so important is the fact
It
that it's
is. What you
death
do
is
in
imminent.
it. Yeah, it is. And it's all what we all share in common. And it's also just like even more of just important to just, again, be present and love those around you and tell them you love them. Like at any moment, you just think of this person. Like I think that like whatever idea comes to you for a reason. And like you should always take action. That's a piece of advice maybe I can give to.
Oh, I like that because that was actually kind of the last question was like,
Oh, my-
what's the final thing you want to say? And you kind of
yeah.
just,
I
you
just
did it. You
did
read
it.
my mind.
I did it. Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, Aliana, thank you so much for inviting me to your house.
Thank you for
Giving me
coming.
tea.
Giving you tea.
Setting out these wonderful plants and just having this incredible home that's just warm and inviting as your songs and your music.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy you came. This is so fun.
Honestly.
I look forward to more too.
Absolutely. And on behalf of the local South Florida music scene, I just want to thank you so much for your contributions to what you do and bringing that energy to people and that openness that, I've come to love and appreciate from you.
Thanks.
Awesome. All
Hey,
right.
don't forget to follow me though. Balatovis. Balatovis. Balatovis.
Okay. And is that just social media platforms?
Yeah,
or-
that's just social media. I mean, like Instagram, because that's really the best I could do. But I have some stuff on YouTube you can check out too. My friend Mike O'Malley made a video a couple years ago out in Hungryland, but he put it under Aliana Natasha, which is great. My name is Aliana Natasha Balatovis.
Oh,
so
okay.
It makes sense. But so Balatovis is my ideal name.
Okay, so they just
For the
load
medias.
that up on the different socials,
Yeah.
and they'll find those plant videos that you're probably
Yeah.
gonna make 2 months from now.
Maybe by this point too, I will actually have like a Facebook.
Ooh, I starting to feel like your Facebook's a little overrated these days.
You do? Okay, good, because I've always felt that way.
It just sucks. I just look at text and it just feels very superficial and just
Yeah,
unfun.
yeah.
Instagram is so much more fun. It's just like, oh, look at these cool images and you know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
art.
It just feels like it feels more intimate. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, even though it's also on my Facebook. Well, what are you gonna do?
I know, you gotta go with
It's the
people.
fun side of Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah. It
Follow
just
you on
attaches.
Instagram,
Yeah,
right?
follow me on Instagram.
You're at least gonna be there.
I'll be there. I post where I play every month on a post and on my bio. And then usually like day of, a couple days before I post that I'm going to be playing at like a certain location. So you can always check it out. Watch me ride my horse sometimes that I have.
Oh, I love that. That
Yeah.
sounds so cool.
I post some videos on him.
I didn't even talk about the horse stuff. Okay, like we don't have time, but we're definitely gonna get you on and do another interview.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna hold the interview hostage. You have to write at least like an EP, and then
Okay.
we're gonna
Okay.
schedule another interview
Okay.
a year from now. You know.
Yeah, maybe in a
life
year.
happens pretty fast. You know what I
It
mean?
does.
Can't have you too soon. Like, you know.
I
you can't
know.
pick favorites. Yeah.
I know. There's so many wonderful musicians.
There is. There's so
Bobby.
many. And you know, obviously I'm gonna get Bobby on too soon.
Yeah.
Talk about 59 Shop. That's gonna be great. And all of his band, like all of those guys are so
Oh my
much
god.
fun.
That is going to be the interview of a lifetime.
Oh
That's
my
going to
God.
be so funny.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you so much, and let's do it again soon.
I can't wait.
All right. Cheers. See ya.
This song is called My Name. Do I carry a name? Is this all just a game? Father, Father, I'm crying out, singing loud. Are you sure I make you proud? My heart is beating, beating, beating. My heart is beating, 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 beating. Do I carry a name? Is this all just for fame? Father, don't bother. I'm crying out, singing loud. Are you sure I make you proud? My heart is beating, beating, beating. My heart is beating, beating, beating. Slow down now. Slow down waiting.